Kenneth Kadji, Cameroonian international, played for Bushasco now. Started basketball when I was 15. Started in France at Port-au-Prince. Then I went to America to IMG Academy. Went to college at University of Florida, then transferred to Miami. Played in Miami for 3 years. After that, I went through the draft process, and I've been playing professional for 7 years now.
Kenny, Cameroon finished with 4 wins and 2 losses in AfroBasket qualifiers, finishing second to Cote d'Ivoire. How would you evaluate the team's performance in qualifiers?
It was good. I mean, we qualified, so that was the goal. We could have done better with winning at least 1 game against Ivory Coast, but you know, we got the goal. We got what we wanted to do. So we just getting the game ready for AfroBasket now, and I think that we can get better offensively, defensively as a team. But that's, you know, up to the training staff and the coaches to find what adjustment to make and everything. But I'm pretty happy with our performances in Cameroon.
And you personally, although you didn't play in the second round, how do you think you could improve as a leader and a player for this team heading into AfroBasket?
I think just for me is putting more energy on the court. It doesn't have to do anything with skills or, you know, basketball-wise. It's more about really having a goal for this AfroBasket and focusing on that goal and trying to help my teammates. I'm one of the most, I won't say famous, but one of the more experienced players on the team. So I have to find a way to help these players that are going to come with us to make it as far as we can at the competition.
Now, you first competed for Cameroon in 2015 and have since gone on to compete in the World Cup qualifiers for the 2019 World Cup, as well as these AfroBasket qualifiers. In the 6 years that you've been playing for Cameroon, how do you think African basketball has improved as a whole in those 6 years?
It's improved. I think, like, first players, more talented players are willing to come play for their national team, which made the competition better. I think that local players are learning more. There's more camps, there's more things to teach players, coaches, and everybody else. So my experience playing with the national team for 6 years, African basketball is different. I'm going to be honest, it's been difficult for me too. My performances have been better in European club than in African basketball. So it shows you also that this different basketball is more physical. And now, like you said, offensively you see more things. Defensively you have more athletic players, more talented players. So it's becoming a more attractive game also.
Definitely, I would agree with you on that. So Cameroon made the finals of AfroBasket in 2007, losing to Angola. They made the semi-finals in 2009, but since then they have failed to make it past the quarterfinals. What does your team need to do to get to the podium, as well as crack into the top 5 best teams in Africa?
Continuity, I would say. These teams you just mentioned that went to the finals, they had players that played each other for 5-6 years before getting there. For us, we're starting to have this, and it's all, like I said, focus and seriousness in the scouting, our approach into the competition. You know, there's some things that we have to fix as players, as a federation, for us to compete, because I think that talent-wise, we are not that far from, you know, a team like Senegal or Angola or something like that. It's just that we really have to focus ourselves and really have a goal for this AfroBasket. What do we want to accomplish, and is everybody going to buy into this, you know, including from the first player to the last. And when I say this is including myself, you know, the coaches. I think that they're really, really ready to make something big for this AfroBasket, so I'm excited.
I think that's probably for me what was the most frustrating thing about Cameroon is you've got so much talent. you're very much like, Senegal has all that talent and that hasn't translated to results. So would you feel confident in saying that Cameroon is going to Rwanda to win Afrobasket?
I say we go at least to the summer finals because I know that people are coming with a different mindset. When you get to a Final Four, like anything can happen. So just for us is this: at least getting to the summer finals. There's guys like myself, Zuli, sorry, other guys that have no idea how long they're going to be playing on the national team. So right now we have to make an impact and we have to try to shock the world a little bit like you guys did in the qualifiers. It's a one-game tournament, similar to the NCAA tournament. Anybody can win. You just have to be really focused, have an approach every game to give your all. Every game is a final.
Definitely. African basketball, anybody can beat anybody.
Exactly.
So that's why we want you in our group.
It won't happen. Don't do it. It won't happen.
Jinx. I'm jinxing it. I want Cameroon in our group.
Be careful what you ask for. You might just get it.
Yeah, Kenny's coming for you now.
But I'm telling you, this year we're not coming the same. Like I think I'm seeing the group messages and everything. People, they're ready. We know that this thing. Like I said, this is only my second one. This thing don't come every year. We gotta. This year, this summer is the time to make something happen. Like for people to at least remember the name or like the nation.
Definitely. And so switching gears a little bit, your family runs the Kadji Sports Academy. Can you tell us a little bit about that, especially more the basketball side of the academy?
Okay. Well, it's a multi-sport academy. You have I'd say 6 serious sports that are being played in the Kadji Sport Academy. As far as basketball, like you said, we started with about 12 to 15 players. We are right now building a gym. We got a couple outdoor courts. And really, we just want to promote basketball, try to help these kids grow in basketball, but also education. We're the only academy in Central Africa that has a school in their academy where the kids can live there. So it's all about being a better professional athlete, but a better citizen. Everything you do, you have to have pride into your country, your traditions, and like I was saying, we were creating, professional basketball players, but also perfect citizen. Education, tradition, discipline, those type of things that we was raised by, and then the things we learned also in the States. I went to a boarding school when I was in America. I had kind of the same experience as I'm trying to give these kids in Cameroon. So we just started, but a lot of people are starting to get interested in it. We're starting to have partnership with people in Nigeria, Gabon, Chad. So we're trying to expand and try to use this model for other people that want to open their academies also in Africa.
So it's almost going to be a regional academy, almost for Central Africa, which is great. And you've separated yourself from the NBA academies or the seed academies where you're actually providing education, making it a more holistic experience rather than just developing athletes.
Exactly. And the thing is, I don't want to go too far on this, but we're trying to privatize everything, because in Africa, when you work with the states and things like this, it becomes difficult. So we want to get to where maybe a player starting an academy in Cameroon, another player starting an academy in Senegal, another player starting in Nigeria, and then you guys start your leagues, with a bunch of academies and things like that where you can have your own TV ratings, you can find your own traveling, you don't have to depend into a league or anything like that. Exactly. The hardest thing is letting the federations allow you to do these things, and also money-wise, because the NBA got the biggest disappointment, you know. So
That's a whole different podcast.
exactly, that's the hard part. But
So, Cameroon has actually done an amazing job in promoting female coaches. With myself, and then also Natasha Cumming Price was the first female head coach of a women's African team. So she broke the barrier for that. What do you think can be done more to promote gender equality in Cameroon?
I think it's just giving these people opportunities. Like you said, it's not. I mean, there's no gender equality. It's a job, and if you're good at the job, you get the job. If you're not good at the job, you don't get the job. You know what I'm saying? I think that there's female that are qualified in Cameroon. I think that people are starting to recognize not only the basketball coaches, but also the people that teach the fundamentals and things like that. You can see female coaches that are developing players so much better than men coaches, you know. So, like I said, I always see it as a job, and if someone is good at their job, um, why not get a chance, you know?
Cool. I'm going to throw it over to Karabani.
Possibly.
Very interesting. All right. So tell us a little more about basketball in Cameroon. I would like, some of the viewers don't really understand. Is basketball as big as soccer? How big is basketball, and what's the penetration of basketball in Cameroon?
I mean, it's big. It's not big enough, I say, because I mean, people love it and everything, but we don't do enough of organizing good competitions, basketball court renovations, or any like the little things, you know. But as far as like love for the game and everything, you have it all around Cameroon. Like as of right now, we're doing a little scouting all over the country for my academy, and I have millions of people sending me messages or videos of kids from north of Cameroon, south of Cameroon, west, east. Like, I mean, kids are like 13 years old, 2 meter 10. You know, like they're just waiting for the opportunity, just playing basketball. So people love it. It's just we are not organized enough, and for Cameroon, that's for everything. You know, when you get that stability, when you start having a great, and not even a good league, you know,
Right.
like you're gonna start seeing those talents. You're gonna start seeing these guys separating themselves from the group, and then you can find out like, oh, okay, Cameroon has a lot of talent. But right now, when as soon as you find them, they get shipped out of Cameroon. So you figure out about a kid, but he's been in Italy for 5 years. They already gave him a passport, and they're telling you he's the the the
Italian.
the new, yeah, exactly, the new NBA draft or the new Italian prospect. You know, so that's what we're trying to change. Like these kids shouldn't have to leave to get good competition or good training or anything like this. So you know, just
It's
for example, in Nigeria, their competition is good. Like Angola got a good league. I don't know why we can't have like a decent league. We have a gym in Yaoundé. We're creating a gym in Douala. So they should have like they have the infrastructure to make a good league.
I mean, it's interesting. Again, you brought up Kadji Sports Academy, right? Your family's academy. Um, I know a lot of people are going to be interested in it because one, you do, like you said, you get that education aspect of it, and then the game of basketball. And like you said something very interesting. You teach people how to be better citizens, right? I like that.
Yeah.
It's a really, really dope concept. Now, is it only for Cameroonians or the rest of Africa can
No, we
actually get a
actually
chance?
we got kids in Kenneth Academy from China. You know what I'm saying? Like their parents, yeah, a Chinese kid.
Wow.
Their parents, or his parents, are living in Cameroon, and he wanted to play soccer. You know, wanted to be a professional, so he just came to Kenneth Academy. We have kids from Gabon. We got a kid from South Africa. So like, I don't know, people hear about the academy without even know, like without even us knowing it, you know. And they send us emails. they call my brother, oh, we want to go to the academy. For example, we got 2 kids that just went to the academy. Their biggest sister is the how you call her? Ajara. She's the striker for the national team.
Oh,
Yeah, she's the
okay.
female striker for the national team. So she called me one day. She was like, I have twin brothers. I want to go to Kadji Sport Academy. Can you help them and everything? I put her in contact with my brothers. And they just got there 2 weeks ago. So it's something that people want to do.
Karabani, someone from Tanzania can come to Cameroon.
Exactly. You know, that's what we need.
What is the process? What exactly is the process? How do they qualify
to go to
the academy?
That's a good question. It's either you come and you pay for school, like, you know, so we didn't give you a scholarship or anything, but you want to be in Kadji Sport Academy, so you pay for the education. Or we do scouting. We see you somewhere, we like you, we talk, and then we either give you a 50% scholarship or a full scholarship. However you can work with us, you know.
Okay, good. That's dope. All right, now, I was going to ask you this. What is the expectation for the Cameroonian team in Afro basketball this year? And you kind of answered it. You said, you know, we're looking to make it into the semis, right? But is that the expectations and that's it? That's the cap? That's the ceiling? You guys don't see yourself winning?
For me, if you don't make it to the semis, it's a failure. Like we didn't accomplish anything, you know, because I think on our team, there's many players that have been through the qualifiers, through AfroBasket, through World Cup qualifiers. So we should know what to expect. We should know our coaches. We should know the environment, you know. So we, for sure, will be one of the most experienced team in AfroBasket. So summer finals is our goal.
Okay, so that whoa! Wait a minute. Now I'm confused because you said if you guys don't make it, then you know it's failure. What is success?
It's a failure. So the finals for sure. Yeah.
Oh, it's just the finals, not winning it all.
Well, you want to win it all?
Well, success is summer finals and beyond.
Okay.
Look,
I mean, success is summer finals and beyond.
So
you know what I'm saying?
When we come back after Afro, it'd be like, so you didn't make the finals, like you said you would.
Very diplomatic.
No, I told you, when you get to that Final Four, anything can happen. So, like, you know, you just got to get there because then there's 2 more games. You get a semifinals, you get a final. So, getting there is the goal.
Okay. So, can I ask 2 questions about this? Okay.
Go ahead.
Number 1, who is the team that you really want to go against and beat?
Ivory Coast. I said that, you know, but I mean,
I thought it would be them, but just...
You thought it would be who?
No, I thought it was going to be them because of all the history that you 2 have.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, they beat us. First of all, they beat us twice on our home court. You know what I'm saying? I was by the locker room. They were celebrating and everything, and just Cameroonian and Ivory Coast has always been a rivalry. You know, they always make fun of us. We always make fun of them. So it's like it's something that I can't wait to see. And also, like you said, for the World Cup. Like it was just that was just ridiculous.
So, I'm not over that.
To me, yeah. So to me, like we have to see them. It would not be a good tournament if I don't play Ivory Coast. No.
So Karabani, for background information, Côte d'Ivoire. So Cameroon thought that we had that 5th spot ready to go. We were going to the World Cup, and then Côte d'Ivoire had to win 3 games with a plus 66-point differential, right? So basically impossible. And somehow they managed to beat an unbeaten Nigeria by, what was it, 38 points?
I just know at halftime they were up 25.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
And then they beat Rwanda, obviously, by, I think, like 20. and then they beat Mali by like 15, and they jumped over Cameroon for that and went to the World Cup.
Wow.
They beat an unbeaten team, and then Nigeria beat the two other opponents by 20 right after.
Wow.
It
Wow.
was just unbelievable.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
to me, I was like, Ivory Coast they're gonna win, or they can win, but they will never win by 20 plus.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, like
it's
you would never
Nigeria.
beat a Nigeria by that much. Like
Exactly.
even if it wasn't their best team. And then you ask
like,
them, how did they go at the World Cup? They didn't win a game.
Exactly.
That's kind of
But
sad.
not that we're hated. Not that
It
we're
was
hated.
ridiculous.
All right.
It was just ridiculous to me.
Okay, so be mindful of time because I do want to let you go. All right, I'm going to ask you the tough questions now, and I kind of flipped it a little bit. You know, other guys had it really easy. Yours is going to be slightly harder. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw a question at you, and I would like for you to answer it real quickly. You don't need to start thinking about it. It's whatever that pops up in your head. So
Shit. That might be dangerous.
In less than 10 seconds, I would like for you to answer. Not like, you know, there's no really thinking about it. I just want you to kind of like just flow with it, all right?
Come on.
Are you ready?
Go ahead.
Okay, best player in Africa.
Carlos Moraes.
Best team in Africa.
Ooh, Egypt.
Uh,
I would say Egypt. I have to say Egypt.
all right. Best coach in Africa.
Coach Ndingo, no. I would say you, Coach. I got it for Coach.
Not say your own coach. That makes sense.
I'll leave you with that. That's it. It's only three questions. Now the last one is, okay, this is an easier, not so hard. Just give me top 5 teams in Africa. Top 5. And then we're done with the tough questions.
Top 5, Nigeria, Senegal, Angola, Tunisia.
Cameroon.
Yes, I'll put ourselves in there. I wanted to be humble, but thanks for letting me do this. I'll put Cameroon in there. You know.
All right.
I have one tough question for you. One tough question for you, Kenny.
Yeah.
Who is most difficult matchup? Like, you know, who's the player that you're like, okay, this is gonna be a battle.
In Africa, in 2015, I was thinking like that about Gordik Jang.
Yep.
I don't know if you playing him. He was playing well too. It's hard with him. Assam Marai is not easy. You know, he's I won't say simple player, but from Egypt.
Yeah, from Egypt.
He played. He played in Turkey right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't play during qualifiers, so
not too skilled, but like he knows how to play with angles and everything. He's big. He's a good player. I like him too. There's a couple players in Nigeria too, but I'm not gonna just say it.
You don't need to talk about that.
All right.
Exactly.
Now, for the easiest question of the day, why should anybody come visit Cameroon? Promote Cameroon.
Great question.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Because first of all, we're in the heart of Africa. Africa is the heart of the world, but we are in the heart of Africa. So we're in the heart of the heart. We are by the water, Atlantic Ocean. So you got the beach, Quibi, Limbe, everything. I don't know if you know, but we hosting the African Football Cup. So that's another thing to come see in Cameroon. That's next year. And then you got the Kadji Sport Academy. You know, you can do a lot of things there too. So we got everything, man. We water, mountains, sports, clubs, anything you need. You know.
No good food? No. Everybody promotes food.
No, that's for sure. When you land in Africa, you got good food anywhere you go. So, but yeah, definitely got the best food too.
Oof. Okay. Now, I would debate.
Yeah, we who?
Yeah, because I'm still having thoughts about qualifiers, and what a great experience that was.
I forgot about that. Oh yeah, but that just depends on who's cooking too, though. You was not, you was
things
not,
happen, right?
You was not in the right place.
Yeah.
All right, Kenneth. I mean, that was great, man. We love having you here.